guys all know how much I love my job, right? I love it, right? I love driving a vehicle that's accessible. I love being around, people that might not, have a big support system, and I like being that support system, right? My dog Chase, right? I'm thinking about him a lot lately since, Shisa has not been well. And Chase and I were a therapy dog team. So we would go to, this old age home, and I used to call them his girls, right? Because they were all over 100, retired nuns with Alzheimer's. And we had the best time, right? Because a dog is a dog, and they all love dogs, and they called him every name but his name, right? And they were nuns. So like one lady, she would always pray with him, right? So she'd put the little rosary beads on his head, and he'd sit there like a precious little angel, and he'd put his head in her lap, and she'd lay the beads on his head, and she'd start, "Our Father, who goes to the store, right to the yard, yellow brick door," right? It would just be this whole prayer that meant everything to me because she was praying for my Chase, right? And we had another lady that we used to go visit, and she was a classic rock star, this lady, right? She'd want to take Chase for a walk, so we'd go around, down the hall and everything, and she just loved Chase. And she would tell me about all the time she used to have when she was younger, about her, in the drinking days, right? And the moonshine and the hooch she would tell me the best stories in life, right? And I'll tell you, I would laugh hard. So one day we were walking down the hall, and this lady starts walking towards us, and she looked at me and asked who I was. And I was like, "Oh, I'm Diane, right? This Chase." And then I said who the lady was, and it turns out that lady was her mother, right? And so for me, I have never seen, at that point, I never met any family members. And I was like, "Oh my God, we just come to visit with your mom, and she's so funny." And, I said she has the greatest stories about, when she was back, like having a drink. And apparently the lady never had a drink in her life. Sometimes life just sucks, but we still have to reach out to people and make new friends with people. And, we just have to keep taking care of each other, because nobody knows what someone else is dealing with, right? So just keep being a good person, and that's all you can do.